A lot has been said about me today through anonymous allegations, and I thought it was important that you see and hear from me directly.
I wanted to directly address the troubling, serious, and false allegations against me.
These allegations of sexual assault are flat false. They are absolutely false.
Any accusation of non-consensual behavior is categorically false.
They also come on the eve of an election, where I have been the frontrunner candidate for governor in California.
Regardless of the inaccuracy of the reporting, but mindful of the political reality it will inflict.
I do not suggest to you in any way that I'm perfect or that I'm a saint.
I have been deeply humbled by the faith Mainers have put in me.
I think you know who I am. For over 20 years, I have served the public.
You have welcomed me into your homes, into your places of work, into your restaurants, into your houses of worship.
I also apologize to you if in any way you have doubted your support for me.
Throughout it all, you never turned your back on me.
This weekend, I'm going to spend time with my family and friends.
We are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward.
There we go. It's almost like there's one script out there. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just saying to Eric before we started how the Democratic Party, once they decide to dump someone, they release statements within minutes of each other. It really is terrifyingly Orwellian how quickly they align to back someone, even if he's a murderer and a rapist. And then the opposite, once they decide this is a bridge too far, every single one of them dumps him within 5 seconds.
Yeah, they do. And those people are complaining about locals. I don't know why it hasn't started on locals. I can't control their server. I've checked it. Everything is there. So enjoy this on YouTube, everybody.
Hey, welcome. Welcome. Happy Gerald Plattner Day.
Yeah.
Boy, Eric, they said this was coming. Everybody and his mother said this was coming, and it came. That's a beautiful thing, my friend. That's a beautiful thing.
Well, they said it was coming, but to be fair, they said that the last thing was coming, and the time before that was coming, and the time before that was coming. And it's kind of like, how many things are you going to accept? First it's like Nazi tattoo. That's cool. Yeah. No worries.
No.
And if you can't go beyond that, then it's like, are you kidding? And then this isn't the first accusation of SA for Plattner, but you understand that the previous one is a Republican. So apparently, if a Republican reports it, it's not
right. It's not relevant. Yeah.
No.
But the phrase is believe all Democratic women, not believe all women.
Exactly.
Believe all Democratic women.
Exactly. So
well,
now,
there's no. By the way, there's no process of going forward now. Once in the state of Maine, he has them. He's making demands. He's holding them hostage. There's no process in law about how to succeed a primary candidate after he wins the primary to replace him. There is no process, Eric. So this is into no man's land now. And
he has I think 8 days. If he's got to get out, and they've got to get somebody on there within 8 days, and then it is no man's land if he gets out. But
says Maine law does not address how a replacement candidate can be chosen after the primary, but it must be as Eric said, quote unquote, a qualified person. Nobody really knows what that means, other than a party apparatchik, I guess, from the Comintern, right?
Apparently. Those that are still complaining about locals, I know, I can't help it. So please look above on the chat. So,
well, they're going to have to get somebody else. So this is going to be interesting now. And it kind of reeks of Kamala Harris not having a primary to run against Trump, because the person they pick is going to not have a primary debate or anything else.
Yeah. I think that Halperin was talking about this morning, and ultimately he's come to the conclusion that the son of a bitch could still pull it out.
He's
the
okay.
guy is
Right. Yeah.
shameless. as
Yeah.
can
He's
be.
shameless, and he's making demands upon them through his aides. Now, those demands
Mhm.
could be insane. You know, we don't know. I want to be the head of the DNC. I want to be this or that. And they're going, how do we fucking get rid of this guy? And
Exactly.
they may, like you said, they may not be able to, because his demands, it's going to take and this is where it's going to go. It's going to take the leaders of the party in a conference call with him. And that may mean Obama, Clinton, and Schumer getting on the blower and saying, look, dude, this is the reality of the situation. Go fuck yourself.
But the problem is that other than, what is it? Mo, the guy out of California, who's very concerned about Epstein victims, but not Plattner victims.
Right.
He's
you're talking about Ro Khanna.
Yeah. And others other than him and, Bernie, they've already disavowed him. They've already said, we don't like this guy. We don't like this guy. So I could just see him going on the phone. What are you going to do about it, bitch? What are you going to do?
Well, that's kind of what they are doing. That's kind of what they are doing, according to the paper. I don't know if he's using that language, but nevertheless, he's not going quietly into the night, Eric.
No, he's not. And, he
beautiful
has
thing. Beautiful thing.
That's definitive, obviously support on the ground from illustrious people like this guy.
Joseph Goebbels?
No, the fellow Maine author.
Oh, this guy. He's a nut also.
Oh, God, you think so? I mean, and he has slandered and slathered so much garbage on everybody else in the world. But when it comes to Graham Plattner, hey, he's a friendly Nazi.
Well, it's weird. I mean, I wonder what the Mainers are going to say now in those in-person interviews that they've been doing, talking about backing him, even though he had some rough edges. What is their spin going to be now? These schmucks up in Maine.
I don't know, because Halperin funded his own, focus group.
Yeah.
And these people are saying, "Yeah,
I know.
I don't give a shit. I hate Collins."
Yeah.
Yeah, he's speaking my message. And I am so deeply offended because it would be one thing if he was what he said he was and had rough edges, but he's cosplaying as a war hero. He's cosplaying as a oyster farmer. Yeah. The son of a bitch went to a prep school for $75,000 a year. Now think about it. This is K through 12.
I know.
People, are getting entire college degrees for less money than he's getting every damn year. And you cannot tell me.
So what's the answer? He turns out to be an avowed communist. After exploiting every capitalistic trick in the book, his parents working, being able to afford it in a capitalist system, this bratty bitch says, I'm a commie.
Yeah.
And not only that, I'm a commie with a Nazi tattoo. Not only that, I'm a commie rapist with a Nazi tattoo.
Yeah, and here's the really sick part is that he's kind of like that socialist out of New York who just won, I believe in the Bronx, who, by the way, lost the primary by over 40 points when it came to poor, and I'm just saying black and brown people, because supposedly that's who they're for, and won everybody in Columbia. So it is sickening that these cosplayers who are like, oh, I'm for the working man. Oh, I'm for the lower class. It's like, no, you're not. You're rich fakers. And then the other rich white fakers go along, go, oh, yeah, I'm Stephen King. I believe in fiction. So I'm for you.
Totally insane. Totally. But you gotta bet on the poly market on Susan Collins now after this debacle, no matter what comes out of this thing. But she was going to be in a tight race with the guy and probably could have eked it out based on her history. But now, Eric, I mean, poly market to death.
I think that she, has a very real shot. And to be honest, what makes me maybe the most sick of all is it wasn't the latest accusation, I think, that got everybody marching against him. It was, I don't know if you remember last week, it was either last week or the week before, how he came out and said, we're short on money. We need money really badly. Please give us money. I think that the Democrats saw that and did some internal polling. They're like, this guy's not going to raise the money. Yeah, he won in a landslide in his primary against somebody who dropped out. I mean,
Yeah.
how hard is that, by the way, to win in a landslide against somebody who's not there? He only won 70%. She won 30%, not even being there after dropping out. So anyway,
Yeah.
I think that they saw fund problems and thought, okay, this is a harbinger of things to come. Drop this on him. Get him out of here. It's a problem.
But not Nazi problems or graping
No,
problems.
they're fine. I mean, come on.
They're
hate
totally
Jews
fine
anyway.
with all the rest of that stuff.
Obviously.
I mean, the list goes on and on and on of what they were fine with, Eric.
Yeah.
This couldn't have happened to a nicer party. That's all I could say at this point.
I totally agree. And he won't be missed if he ever disappears.
No, he's going to be a footnote in history. He's going to disappear into the woods, I think. But he's going to go out fighting.
Right. And that's the thing.
They're going to have to pay him. They're going to have to pay him to go away.
I think
Whoa.
he's so shameless from what I've seen. I don't think he cares. I think he's like, he's like Curtis Lewa. I mean, they're like, Curtis, get out. Come on, Curtis. What are you doing? You're ruining your reputation. And this guy.
No, I mean, from his point of view, I would stay in at this point. What difference does it make? You're going to leave in shame or stay in like the war man that you say you are and don't run away and just see how many votes you get.
Yeah. And extract, every promise and every single thing you can on the way.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, he might win. What do we know, Eric? The guy might beat her.
That's true. But while we're on, discussing fine, senatorial candidates, let's talk about a quote fine senator who, of course, has a wife who goes to China when he has a health problem.
You want to explain this to me? Your husband of 40 million years all of a sudden is on life support, and the first thing you do is flee to China to meet with the head of the Chinese Communist Party. And we're all supposed to say there's nothing fucking wrong with that. Nothing unusual to see here. Keep moving. The top senator, one of the veteran senators in the Senate, the lion of the Senate, to use the Ted Kennedy phrase, his wife, instead of being at his bedside, says, I better get these files and this computer with myself to China as soon as humanly fucking possible, because I am the Fang of McConnell's world.
I agree. And I think that you probably misspelled lion of the Senate. Just my opinion. But
he called some bigwigs today to tell him he was alive.
Yeah, and I'm ashamed to say that Scott Jennings, who is somebody who I really enjoy listening to, I love his interplay against the everybody attacking him on CNN. He wrote a rather long-winded
obituary,
making some claims. So let's go through it because I got to call it like I see it here. Quote, I spoke to my old friend, Mitch McConnell, this morning, the senior senator from Kentucky. He's still recovering in the hospital. We talked for just shy of 20 minutes about Iran, Ukraine, the unfolding situation in Maine, my visit to the TR Presidential Library, and even a little bit of Senate history. I told him we want to see him back at work as soon as possible. Now, it'd be one thing to say, I talked to him, he's doing well, and his family, but are you effing kidding me?
Right. That's insane. That's insane, bro.
There is no way that this guy, his own staff, is going around and they're not answering any questions about his status, his health, anything. But Scott, you're going to say you talked to him for 20 freaking minutes?
Does he want to run for that seat? Is that his game?
Well, there was a talk that he could, and that, he would have an immediate endorsement from Trump. What I fear is a member of the community. I won't say his name because I don't have permission on it, but he actually worked in Kentucky on all of this, and he was talking about behind the scenes. They are desperately trying to stall to not have a special election because there's a turd out there floating who could very easily win a special election, and suddenly you'll have Senator Massey.
Oh, that's interesting. Whoa.
I did not think about that. And I'm going,
Yeah.
oh, Jesus Christ. That would not be a great thing. But I mean, think about it. The guy doesn't
So
have
what
anything else
what are we rooting for? To McConnell to stay alive at this point?
Yeah,
What am I rooting for?
We're hoping he'll cling on long enough for whoever the Republican
He'll
is that
cling
wins
on.
the seat.
He'll be alive, but not functional. Or we need him functional to vote for the Save America Act because we need that one vote.
Oh, right. But apparently he keeps voting against it even in a coma.
Right.
He's so against it that unconscious.
Who would know if he voted for it at this point? I mean, can't you get to his aides and just go, bros, look, this is a dark time. Trump wants this bill passed. We'll take care of you.
Here's a check. Yeah.
Here's a check. Come on. Here's some free fish. I mean, something's got to give here with the Save America Act. I mean, Trump is right. I mean, they got to do away with the filibuster because the Democrats would do the same thing in their position. They just have to. I'm sorry. What do? You wait till they come in and then they do it? Now you really look sharp. I wish we could have done that, Hunley. Why didn't we get rid of the filibuster? Did anybody mention that? Well, some people did, sir. Well, did we listen? No, we stayed by the old tried and true methods.
That's true. And of course, on the counterpoint, Laura Loomer is out there claiming that he is in fact brain dead.
Well, Alex Jones is saying he's physically dead. So I don't know which one to believe.
Well, I mean,
Alex Jones says he's totally dead. She says he's brain dead. And Scott Jennings is having policy discussions with him. That's three
very different
states of being.
And then we go back to weekend of bitches. But yes, I mean,
that's what needs to be done.
Yeah, I do not know with this guy. And like I said, I was told that they are just trying to keep him alive.
But we've been through this with Diane Keaton, with Dianne Feinstein, and so many others. Why can't they leave and go with their grandchildren 5 years or 6 years before this happens? What is it? Are they blackmailed where they can't leave?
Well,
to quote Chaz Palminteri, now you can't leave. I mean, why can't they go and retire? I don't remember the last United States senator that said, I'm just going to retire and be with my grandkids in Arizona, Eric. I've had enough. This is a great job. And the opposite is I will die here and vote until they haul me out on a gurney.
Well, to be fair, they will say that I want to retire and be with my grandkids when they're about to get their asses kicked and they have a poll that shows up. That's the time.
In an election,
they might get a little.
But those who are in safe districts of safe states, incumbents, they never have to do that. Although now, with being primaried from the left, they might have to. I mean, Chuck Schumer may be looking at his grandkids pretty soon. So,
well, think about Kentucky with Rand Paul and Thomas.
What a crazy fucking place.
Oh, that would be I just don't know. I don't even know if it would be an improvement. It would be a complete utter nightmare. But anyway, we will keep watching and see whatever state he is in.
Right. Or the state of Kentucky, which who knows if he's even there. She's in China. There's no reason for her to be at her husband's bedside.
Yeah.
I mean, is the State Department looking into this or anybody? Does anybody give a fuck? The United States Senator's wife flees to a communist country to brief them. I mean, why am I the only one who finds this to be insane?
Well, that makes me kind of wonder because in the sense of you said, why? Well, maybe that is why. Maybe that's why he didn't leave. Maybe that's why she's in China. It's because if there is a leash and she has just been yanked, what is going on here?
Yeah.
We got to get our ducks in a row. Somebody said we need to get the Android together to make it appear like he's here. Got to get that AI working and everything else. I don't know. It's very, very creepy. Quick follow-up story. This is interesting. You had mentioned Citizen Vigilante, recommending it. Apparently one guy is not recommending it. I just saw, and that's Army Hammer.
Yeah, he stupidly, the only retard in the country who believes that the left is going to open their arms to him and let them back in. Again, this incredible thing where you've been Me Too'd, let's say, for the sake of me.
Sure.
We see it in Halpern. We see it in many of them. But the fact that he made this movie thinking he can denounce it and they're going to welcome him back in is absurd.
I agree. I just,
and he needed the money. I mean, I don't know. He never really talks about his net worth from his grandfather,
True.
but he said repeatedly, it's not enough to live on, that I have to work.
Well, he might be like Tucker Carlson, who's crying poor all the time now. You
Yeah.
know, he's got not one fortune, but two fortunes, with the Swanson fortune and then like another one. But he's a working man with his checked shirts.
Yeah, you gotta have that shirt.
Yeah.
It's so funny
he's
because
so much
Army
like
Hammer,
Hammer,
the guy's dying to make #2 now with Elon Musk's money, and this guy's now a reluctant warrior.
Yeah.
The biggest break in his life.
And I just don't get it. I mean, there's so many freaking actors out there who they just say it's a role.
Yeah.
I got paid. It's a check.
Yeah.
Like Brad Pitt's, I think famously Brad Pitt said something like, don't ask me. I'm just a stupid actor. Don't ask me anything. And I miss that. I miss the ones who are saying, no, I go out, I perform, and then that's it.
Well, he said he did the movie because he needed the money. And I go,
Right.
okay, that's a good motivator. He needed the money. I'm not opposed to that. The movie becomes a cultural icon, and he denounces it.
Yeah. I mean, the best comparison I could think of, well, actually, it's not a good comparison, but Alec Guinness very famously denounced Star Wars.
Oh, right.
He desperately needed the money, and he went on and on and on. He was like, I don't even like this.
That being said, this is not a character-driven movie. He can it's a plot-driven movie, and he can easily be replaced by 008 and brought in another guy with the same plot line. It's not character-driven. He just walks through it. It's not like we don't analyze this guy's life.
Yeah, I mean, Cavill could replace him very easily.
Oh, yeah.
They've worked together, right?
Yeah.
It'd be a very quick swap.
I would go with Thomas Hardy, but that's just my own predilection.
Thomas might be above it. I don't know if he would.
Well, he just got back into Mobland. They somehow found him some money and a screenwriter to put him back into Mobland for season 3.
Well, I don't. Okay, you have to tell me. I thought that Uwe Boll was kind of a Roger Corman.
They say he's a Roger Corman. That doesn't make him a Roger Corman. You know what I mean? This is a guy who pays for his own films. They look quality. They're high tech. He knows how to shoot a camera. Look, I don't know. I mean, if you pay for your own film, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Well, obviously you can.
He just did.
Or you could really pay for it like the Godfather director.
Francis?
Yeah, didn't he just lose a ton on Megalopolis?
Yeah,
that's putting your money where your mouth is.
Yeah,
and suffering for it.
Yeah.
All right, well, on to some sad news. I mean, it's been going on, for a while. We've been waiting for it to start. Obviously, Tyler Robinson is in court right now, at his preliminary hearing.
Mm-hmm.
And Erika Kirk rushes out of the courtroom before a horrific video of his assassination plays out. And I actually I'll have to look for it. The judge, there's a clip of the judge looking at the film. So you're not watching it because God knows I don't need to see that damn thing again. That's horrible. But anyway, the judge, you could just see how affected he is watching what went down. And
he's watching it on his computer, I see, on his monitor.
Right there. You just saw that. And you could just see the flinch right there. He's watching.
Hey,
right
firing
there.
squad. Let's go. Firing squad, Hunley.
Yeah, and I mean, and he has
then
to
they
do that.
put the firing squad in now. I mean,
Well,
death penalty is still on the table. They're not making a deal with this kid.
no, I do not. I don't think so. I mean, there's probably some who might want to just to get it out there because of all the damage that has been done by, I'm sorry, disgusting people like Candace Owens. And of course, there's some good side-by-side where she's making the comments. Let me see if I can find that. I've been saving file after file after file. Anyway, there's a side-by-side with her talking about how she doesn't believe he was even there. He was just a complete patsy, on and on. And it was scary.
What is the deal with this
supporting them? Well, it's her audience too.
Oh, yeah.
From my viewing and seeing Mr. Robinson on the video, it's the same person.
He's noticeably wearing different clothing.
He is wearing different clothing, and he also is walking with a gait or a limp in this video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which if you have a gun down your leg, you might do that.
Yeah.
With a gait or what?
A limp.
Okay.
And then watch him come up the stairs.
Now, what do we
That's
see?
that's tricky.
So it's Mr. Robinson
But you
coming
can
up the
see,
stairs
look
of
at
the
that.
parking structure.
Look at all these people going past him.
Again, he seems to be
Nobody's
having
going to think anything
issues.
of it,
No.
problem.
No. Oh, he's really wobbly. Look at that. What a straight leg.
Exactly. Almost as
Should have
if
brought a
there's something
cane.
there.
If he had a cane, it would look more realistic.
Yeah, but again, nobody pays
And
attention.
again, we're
No.
able to track. We're able to track Mr. Robinson when he leaves this parking structure.
Yes, we were able to.
So when he leaves the parking structure,
Anyway, so they
This is
You
just
know,
open and shut case. Get
there's
it on.
so much of it,
This
but
is ridiculous.
it's astounding to me watching these people in the comments say, I can't tell that that's really him. I can't. And I'm like, if he walked up to you and signed his name on a damn book, you would be still trying to come up with, some
They're
other
insane.
answer.
These are maybe these are just a minority of insane people. They're not
It could
going to
be.
say they're insane, but we can judge them insane by their actions and their words.
I agree. I think
This is
that,
an open and shut case. These people want an entire movie of him waking up and videotaped him all day to the actual shooting for them to be convinced.
Yeah, but it's
And even then, they would say the video was all
four times he was on campus. They have him on video 4 times, going, scoping ahead of time, going in the parking garage, jumping down off the roof. Oh, and then he came back that night. They have all of this.
Right.
And then, it doesn't look like him, but boy, it sure looks like his effing car too.
Oh my God, how did that
somebody that
happen?
looked like him and got the car. It was the best, patsy job ever to, find this clone. And oh my God, it is so insane. And of course, you've got Candace sitting there with Sean Ryan. And by the way, one of her excuses on how bad, the Turning Points people were and everything was she talked about how they were not doing CPR when Charlie Kirk was shot in the neck. And Sean Ryan's a former SEAL. And he did say, he goes, I don't know if you do CPR if somebody's shot in the neck.
Yeah, that's a tough
But
spot.
he didn't challenge her anyway. It's like, obviously you don't. It's a jugular. Let's see. Let's pump the blood out as fast as possible.
I'll tell you something. Maybe this audience can appreciate it. When there was an intern orderly in the ambulance when Oswald was shot, and he administered CPR, and it made the blood shoot out of his stomach
Exactly.
10 times worse.
Yeah.
Just
So
saying. Just
these
saying.
people who were with him, his security, are all trained like SEALs and military, special forces, and they know, don't do it then. Bad time for CPR. But either way, it is it's frustrating. I think that there's going to be more than enough evidence shown to take this thing to trial, which will be sometime this fall or next year. I think it's fair that they're taking their time. It is a death penalty case, and they should not rush it because, again, if it's this serious, hell, it'll take several years to execute them anyway. He's locked
Well,
up.
you don't want it
super tight.
overturned on appeal, so they're being super,
Exactly.
super serious about it.
Exactly. I totally agree. Saw this pop up earlier. I don't know if you followed it. I'm just so exhausted about Iran. Latest thing. Well, they fired some missiles at 2 commercial ships, apparently one from Qatar and one from Saudi, I believe it was. And so there'll probably be more firing and things going on. I don't know if you are following.
No, I didn't see that one, but I mean, it's inevitable. I mean, I don't know where this goes other than this. He's playing a zone defense, trying to run out the clock, Trump, I guess, to pass the midterms. And people are flipping out that he is now switching allegiance from Israel to Turkey. It looks like that's the geopolitical move they're making from the State Department and the Pentagon, arming Erdogan with now F-15 fighter jets and missiles and everything else. A guy who is on the side of Iran, a guy who's going to use this stuff against Israel. It looks to me, and I'm not alone, that he is switching our geopolitical allegiance from a hated regime at this point, or a hated government in the state of Israel, to Turkey, a NATO member, and trying to placate them with money. To patrol the region, to be the main eyes and ears of the United States in the region. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense what he's doing. Nobody could figure out why he's over there giving Erdogan all of these arms. And I hope that the people who criticize Israel for receiving billions of dollars in arms will have the same vituperous statements about Turkey receiving U.S. aid from the Pentagon and from the Trump administration.
Now, this is, of course, the same Erdogan who made himself dictator for life, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
In
He's over there.
Yeah, elections.
He has to get U.S. fighter jets right now because of that. And it looks like, and again, this is early in the game, but it looks like Trump and the State Department have a plan to throw Israel under the bus and switch to Turkey.
I don't know. Well, that'd be great. I mean, ask the Kurds about Turkey. I keep bringing up the Kurds because I feel like they've been suffering this for so long, all the promises and everything else. Oh my God. All right. Well, we'll see what's going to happen with that. Nigel Farage.
Yeah. What's the deal with this guy?
England has some weird stuff. And Canada has it too.
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is here.
I guess Nigel Farage is like under some sort of real estate controversy or some sort of thing that's going on. And he announced that he's resigning now as a member of parliament, which I guess springs or automatically triggers another election. And then he's going to run in the election. And I'm wondering if this is like Trudeau, because remember when Trudeau did that whole thing of he called for the election and then wound up getting, like a 4-year term turned into a 6-year term. I don't know. It seems like he's doing something similar here. They explained it earlier as he's putting it to his constituency or whatever, where they have to vote whether they want to keep him or not.
And what's the point of that? And what does that get you?
I guess it. He said it's to put 2 fingers
to the wind,
to the government, and 2 fingers, of course, to the British is 1 finger for us, as in reading between the lines.
Right. Okay. Well, we need our British friends to explain this to us. Hunley and I can't figure this out.
Yeah, I may have gotten it wrong.
This is above my pay grade. I need our British friends to explain in detail what this means.
We've
got our own crazy rules here. I don't think any country understands jungle primaries and stack voting and all this other crazy shit either.
Well, you bring up jungle primaries. Did jungle primaries even exist before California did their single party state in this country? Because that was the first I had ever heard of it. I
first heard of it in Alaska, surprisingly. That's the first state I heard of it. And so I don't know.
Really? Okay.
I
had never heard of that before. And I was just kind of befuddled. To be
Well, they're
honest.
trying to impose it now on Huntington Beach, California, the city that Newsom has been battling for 10 years or 8 years of his administration. And now a judge unilaterally has imposed their voting rules on themselves, saying they must have stacked jungle primary for themselves in Huntington Beach, and they're flipping out.
Figures. All right. Well, this is kind of funny. It appears that it's not only the right that is angry with the View. We now have somebody from the left who's angry at the View. Mamdani's aide goes berserk on them after the host calls the candidate anti-Semitic.
Wow.
And so this creature here is very, very.
She looks like a friend of the Jews.
Yeah. Definite friend.
You're talking about the black calling the kettle pot black or something. I mean, look at the woman on the right, though. Who's that other woman there? Who are maybe that's her parents. That's probably her parents.
It could be.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but it is good luck. But they already need luck in New York because it appears that Pfizer has left a trace of their negligence already out there. It has nothing to do with the company, obviously, but they did some construction in New York City, and now there's a high-rise building, and holy shit, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, again, this was a Pfizer building for many, many decades, and then they a number of years ago, started to convert these into luxury apartments, and I believe that's what's doing this, is the conversion of this office building. It's not that the building had anything wrong with it when Pfizer was there, but I think this conversion apparently has structurally defected the building in some capacity here because, look, there's Mamdani with these firemen on this photo op.
Oh, of course, yeah. Of course he's there. Well, they had a construction worker saying, now, of course, he's, claiming, hey, this is a union gig. If you had union, labor, etc., it wouldn't be a problem. But he's claiming that they used the wrong kind of steel in the supports.
Possible.
And it seems to be
possible. I don't
possible.
know. Well, they've evacuated 8 buildings around it in case it collapses. So I don't know. Do those people get to go back to their buildings? And what happens to this building?
I think they're probably going to have to take it down.
No, that's insane. Really?
Well,
wow.
How do you repair
know.
it?
I don't know.
I'm not an expert, but I'm just kind of like, if it falls down, it could affect those other buildings. I mean, you could have a domino effect, right? So I don't know if it will need to be imploded or if you can actually repair it in place. It seems
might have to do a building. Might have to do a building 7 on this, Eric, and pancake it. Maybe
somebody said remove the top floors. Okay, good luck. What are you gonna do? Run them down the stairs? I mean, it just.
Well, it's the middle floors, by the way. It's not the top floor. It seems to be somewhat near the top, but not the top. It's like the middle or somewhere.
Right, because the top is adding the weight on the that's what they were saying, is that the previous structure didn't have strong enough support, from what I understand.
Look at the building right next door. Do you want to be in that building to the right of the right-hand photo there in that building? That's an apartment building. Ooh. You want to stay in there and just say, what could happen?
Yeah, my God. Look
in fact, that looks like
this one looks like it's leaning against it in the middle.
It looks like it's a project. That's the Chrysler building in the back. But this looks like a project here on East. That is like East 43rd over there. Because that building is on 42nd. I think this is probably 43rd. Oh, man.
Oh, dude, look at that. Jesus. That angle does not look right.
No, something's got to go here.
Yeah, I don't know what options they have.
Look, when they do that, when they're pointing up,
okay,
that's
dude,
always.
come
This is not good, Eric.
I mean, could you imagine being in the building and seeing that? I'd be like, bye, I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. Bye-bye.
I'm not taking the elevator. I'm taking the stairs. Screw this. I mean, oh my God, that is horrible. And look at that from this side. I mean, it's literally broken in half.
Mm.
I mean, I'm already scared of heights, so I'm not going to.
Well, you don't have to go up there. I mean, look at these people. They're just looking at it like it's a disaster film from Paramount Pictures presents Pfizer Building.
Yeah, I mean, it is a disaster
It's
about
like
to happen.
3 Mile Island.
Yeah. Holy cow. Well, good luck to all of them.
Good luck with that.
I hope they're able to pull this out, whatever it is. I pulled this story here because I figure we have some grandparents and who might have, grandkids. So it's important to, do consumer warnings. Anyway, doctors issue a warning over a massively popular toy, and this toy is hospitalizing children with excruciating injuries.
What?
It's this weird ass nice ice baby thing. It's like a squishy toy, but people are putting it in a damn microwave, and apparently it gets superheated, and if it blows up, it can splatter, and you can get injuries like
Do people just put anything in a microwave just to see what happens, it seems like? I mean, what does this have to do with a microwave?
I have no idea.
Why would you? I think they put anything in a microwave these days just to see what happens.
Yeah. And this is almost like napalm.
Yeah.
It's kind of a gooey. I mean, look at this.
No, but I mean, is the product liable for this because people decided to put it in a microwave? It's just a regular product. And now the company's going to be held liable because these psychos...
Well, to be fair, they did say, despite clear manufacturer warnings that read, do not heat, freeze, or microwave may cause personal injury.
Oh, that's not enough, Eric. That's not enough.
Doctors say children are being exposed to increasingly dangerous online trends, encouraging exactly
It's always
that.
online trends. Again, why would I think I get something as a toy? Let's see what happens when we put it in the microwave. I don't know how you get from point A to point B with this microwaving everything in society to see what happens to it.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that there's a TikTok challenge somewhere on.
It's got to be, and then the burden falls onto TikTok for promoting it, not the company. Clearly labeled it, saying, "Do not put this in a fucking
right."
microwave.
I'm going to give them a little bit of slack because that does read clear to me.
Yeah,
it even says heat. It doesn't. It doesn't just limit to microwave. Don't heat it.
Don't heat it. Don't put it in the ice box.
Don't put it in the damn sun. It's a damn toy. All right. While we're talking about, I'm not going to say stupid, but it is kind of ironic. Have you ever heard of Brian Johnson? And I'm not talking about the lead singer of AC/DC.
I don't know either one of them.
Okay, but Brian Johnson is Bryan Johnson. Came on the scene a couple of years ago as a life extender or life maxer. He's spending millions of dollars every year to try to achieve the age of 160.
Where is he now in the game?
Well, it appears he has a stomach problem.
Already?
Yes.
Oh my God. This is not going well. At what age is he now? How much longer does he have to go?
He's got a lot of years. He's 48 years old. So we both outlived him.
160. He's got 110 left. 112.
Yeah, he's got some time. But here's him talking, so you can know the guy. No ad, please. No ad.
When we think about health and wellness, our minds usually go to the things which we start doing. We imagine exercising more and eating better and sleeping more. Our mind doesn't visit the things we can stop doing.
And he almost looks like an android. If you look at his face,
is that a real person?
It is a real person. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. This guy has never seen the sun in his life.
Difficult to do.
Oh, he avoids it.
This guy's he's a vampire.
Yeah, no, he avoids it. He takes testosterone, everything else. He does.
How does he get vitamin D? He takes it as a supplement, or
probably, yeah. I mean, he's got millions. I mean, he literally is spending millions of dollars on doing this, and I just think it's ironic.
You know what's going to happen? He's going to get hit by a car.
That's exactly what I've been thinking forever. But apparently, He may have some sort of a stomach mishap that is supposedly incurable.
Oh my Lord. Oh
which
boy.
is, again, nature.
God works in mysterious ways, my friend.
Well, what is it? Man plans, God laughs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this guy. So anyway, it is the height of irony. The guy who's trying to live forever may have an incurable stomach issue.
Yeah, tough break, buddy.
Yeah, it definitely it's rough. I don't feel completely bad, mildly bad. This guy in Canada is bonkers. Dentist murdered his 2 young sons and firebombed his practice before killing himself in a vehicle blaze.
Wow, you're talking about going out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah, this guy,
Even he looks like a psycho. Oh my God.
Muhammad Alami is believed to have murdered his sons, aged 7 and 12, in his South Ottawa home before he's found dead in a vehicle fire. Now, what started all this is there's a divorce and his wife asked for child support.
Oh no, that's the end of it. That's the end. You know, I think a lot of these with the Muslim self-deletions and shit, I think it's when Western law runs into Sharia law and they hit head on. And I think that might have happened in this case.
Well, I think this is a good example saying about compatibility, which by the way, circling back, Charlie Kirk, not long before he died, I think it might have been the day before, said not compatible, which I 100% agree with. It's like culturally speaking, not compatible. But anyway, this is his response to her request. Quote, "I will kill everyone around you and your pimp in a very wild and savage way. I won't kill you. I will leave you alone, disabled in a wheelchair that you can't move, even to visit your loved one's graves," the letter said in part for the outlet. "I will make you an example of the unfair justice system. I will make you a worldwide story," he said.
Yes.
"When you do something wrong to me, you pay for it. You pay for it either through the child support or whatever I feel suitable to respond to your actions until I end it the way I like for you and your pig," he wrote, referring to his ex's current partner.
Well, she asked him for child support. That can't happen in the Sharia law.
Yeah, he didn't take it well.
That was a bad move.
Yeah, he didn't take it well.
Did you say child support? Can you say that again? I didn't hear you over the phone. Did you say child support?
A nominal monthly amount to care
what
for
is
your
it?
children.
$1,600 a month for the 2 children? Okay, I'll be right over.
Yeah, it's just to feed them. It's just to feed them.
No, I'll be right over. I'll be right over.
Come on, Mo. It's just to feed them.
I was watching the Khomeini funeral on TV, but I'll be right over. By the way, did you see Elizabeth Warren's staff member at the Khomeini funeral? Did that go unnoticed by everybody except us?
Of course. I mean, well, I'm sure it was covered by the New York. I mean, covered up by the New York Times. Kind of like they did with the Plattner case, kind of like they did with Biden. Berenson's out there.
Kind of like they did with the Holocaust. You could go even larger.
It's a tradition, Mark.
Dude, once you cover up the Holocaust, you think the Plattner thing means anything?
Right. So that's what I'm saying. We could change the verbiage. Instead of covered by the New York, was it covered by the New York? Just put it up in parentheses and we're done.
Yeah. No, I look, it's a 5-day funeral. Of course, rockets are going to start firing from somewhere. Sure. Once you have a 5-day funeral for a dead Khomeini.
Yeah, by the way, it took them long enough. I mean, when
they were busy praying and they couldn't, you couldn't man the rockets till the funeral ended.
But I mean, we're talking about what, 5 months? I mean, how
according to JD Vance, these are reasonable people and they're cool and he's hung out with them, but they're reasonable people.
Yeah. Anyway, it's interesting.
Maybe not so reasonable.
Well, and you sent me this, and I had seen it too.
Don't blame me.
Oh, of course I don't blame you. Yeah, you deserve all the blame. We talk about teachers, but we got to spread the wealth out. It's not only teachers who get involved in perversion. We also need to have high school counselors. You come in with problems. You're worried. You're stressed. They say, "Here, I got some pictures."
Well, her entire thing meets the profile. She's a diminutive young woman who looks younger than she is, married. Yep. And I think somebody said to me, a girl said to me last week, I was talking to her about this, a woman said this to me, they are reliving their high school years by doing this. The predators.
Or
They're
recreating
married.
it.
What's that?
Or maybe even recreating it in the way they
Whatever,
wanted
right,
to.
but they were the hottest thing on earth when they were seniors in high school. They got married and their life is relatively boring now because they don't get the attention they used to get. So they regress emotionally and do this stuff at the high school level as if they are seniors in high school again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's the only thing I could think of, except cameras in the classrooms, which people seem to think.
Well, now and in counseling.
In the
sessions.
counseling room, not the whole fucking school, bro. I mean, you could have seen, you got to put them everywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
No, these are predators. I mean, but they all look like young, hot, little nymphets. And that's what attracts, somebody who's 17 or 18 or 16 years of age. So it's not a coincidence. You don't see these big, giant, fat, bloated, Mrs. McGurdy's doing this. It's always the same exact profile.
oh, that makes sense. Oh, we're starting to see what Plattner's demands are now.
Woohoo!
Apparently, this came in a couple hours. I missed it.
Okay.
He's holding them hostage, refusing to drop out unless he gets to name his successor.
Right. I saw that. Yeah. At the beginning of the show. But that's just one of the demands. That's not,
Oh, I'm sure he has more.
Yeah.
I'm
He's going to handpick a guy from his platoon, Joey Bag of Potatoes, who got high with him after in North Korea.
Some nutcase. And I had another story about Neil Farage, but it's not Neil Farage directly. It's just he commented on this. I saw this going by. I haven't found a lot of articles about this. Imagine that. This is Times of India, but YouTube alerts UK creators over the government's proposed algorithm changes. And Neil Farage calls it state censor, or Nigel, sorry, calls it state censorship. So essentially, they had a consultation. Watch this space, a new strategic direction for UK media. They're going to get in and control the YouTube algorithm. And it looks like YouTube's going to allow it. We don't have enough problems already. So our YouTube audience, please consider signing up for locals where on a normal day, it's working fine. I apologize for today. So it's hard to promote it at the moment, but we may struggle.
Yeah, I think they're done with allowing this free internet in the UK. They're going to alter this thing and block certain people from watching.
Oh, 100%. And
they're going to block people.
I mean, they're resembling China. And actually,
well, who's their benefactor is China.
Exactly.
Our greatest ally is not Israel, it's the UK. I laughingly, sarcastically say.
Oh yeah.
They're beholden to China.
That's true. And you know what? I interrupt this broadcast because to research all of this material and everything else, sometimes need help.
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
we provide that help.
Whoa.
And that's with coffee.
Whoa.
I haven't talked about our coffee for, a few episodes, but we have 2 blends of coffee that is made just for us by Moondose. And that's the antithesis of Starbucks. No Starbucks, Moondose. And it is a veteran-owned company out of Texas. And they have put together 2 custom blends for us. And it's not just your standard white label here. Let's have some Starbucks inspired coffee, slap a label on it and send it out. It is custom blended coffee. The original flavor, the Supreme Breakfast Blend, is an exotic combination of organically grown Sumatra, Mandolin, and Mexico Chiapas. Sumatra.
Oh, Sumatra. I said Sinatra.
And Mexico Chiapas coffee beans. And it's custom roasted to a rich aromatic coffee. Now, we also have, because the tariffs were going into effect and it was hitting different countries, so we came up with another blend, and it's a Magic Bullet blend. So we actually had a blessing that came out of the tariffs because we have 2 flavors, not just one. And it is fantastic as well. It is kind of a bit of a deeper, richer coffee. But what I always talk about almost every time, actually probably every time, I can drink this coffee without creamer, and I already didn't use sugar. So it has been, very helpful as a drink that I can drink all day. I've been trying to lose weight and get healthy, things like that. And
You're doing a good job, Hunley.
well, thank you. I have a lot of witnesses in the meetup who claim that I look better. But this is the kind of thing that I can drink multiple cups in the morning. I don't have to think about it. It's negligible or 0 calories and not even any cream or anything in it. It's nice, rich, full flavored. I personally buy it 4 bags at a time so I can get free shipping. Obviously, you can buy a single or more. I just recommend that because I think the shipping cost is almost half a bag or more, and getting the free shipping really makes a difference. So if you want to check it out, highly encourage it. You can scan the screen right here, or you can go to a description wherever you're watching, or you can always, if you're listening, go to americasuntoldstories.com/coffee, and you can get it yourself. And somebody is yelling at me, Nigel Farage. I already corrected myself. It is Nigel.
What is
Sorry.
she, nuts? Some kind
I
of a
said
nut.
Neil. Some people like to shout in the
She's
chat.
a nut. She's a nut. Let me
Fair.
ask something. I just want to point out, in case people don't remember the DARE program, Drug Abuse Resistance Education.
Uh-huh.
It's my personal public service message for today.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
No, I was just explaining the shirt.
Okay. Oh, cool. I remember.
People don't
DARE.
remember it.
I do remember that.
Drug
Did
abuse.
that come about at the same time as Nancy?
Yeah, Drug Abuse Resistance Education. DARE.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? It appears that the locals is coming back up, but there's no
Welcome back.
nothing's on there though. So I apologize ahead of time to the locals peeps who are trying to watch us right now. All right. What else do we have here? Oh, here's a list of the top Democrats who backed our friend Plattner that I had queued up. Let's see who in all we had. Kirsten Gillibrand. Everybody should be named because like now they're all of a sudden coming out. Kirsten Gillibrand, Ro Khanna, of course. He was the loudest supporter amongst everybody. Ruben Gallego.
Murphy deleted his Twitter account today of all the.
Chris Murphy?
Chris Murphy this afternoon deleted all mentions of Plattner in his X account, literally going through it and cherry picking them out.
Like it never happened.
You can't get more communistic than what these people do.
Well, yeah.
The irony is breathtaking.
Well, Gallego at least went to it. The allegations are troubling and deeply serious. I'm rescinding my endorsement. It's like,
okay.
Well, you didn't learn from Swalwell? You've got your own problems there, buddy. And then, of course, Bernie. Nothing. I don't think he's backed away.
Oh, good for him. No, he did. I saw a tweet by him. Right before. Oh,
did he finally?
Yeah, right before the show. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's not sustainable.
And then John Favreau, very famously, he was somebody who was going on and on about, we got to keep him, and people were attacking him even on the show. So, and now, yep, he's my. And now he's saying he's got to drop out. So, who else do we have? Okay, to be fair, Cuomo and David Peterson were against the guy and saying bad. And by the way, the one guy who was out there from the jump saying this is the biggest scumbag on the planet is Fetterman. Fetterman was just full on attacking the guy from the jump.
Fetterman's the lion of the Senate.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
He kind of is. I never thought that would happen. Okay, so let's go to Hollywood for a brief second. You've told a story before, and I wonder if you would tell it again. And it's about Russell Crowe and a desk.
Oh, being too fat for the room?
Yeah.
No, it was the room itself was too small for the fat Russell Crowe. So the room, it was the entire office, Eric, not the desk. It was the entire office,
Right.
which was built in a soundstage, had to be rebuilt to be 5 times bigger so he would look smaller.
Okay. Well, I wanted you to share that again because
That's on the Nice Guys, by the way, for people watching at home.
all right. Well, he's doing better.
Wow, he looks great.
He does. This is him with his son.
Wow.
And he has dropped down to about 220 pounds
Wow.
and really looking healthy and
Russell.
and very svelte. So
Yeah.
and you could see here even on the horse, he's doing very well for himself.
Good luck to him.
So it's not too late for anyone. Yeah, he's looking good.
Mm-hmm.
That's last month, so he's still trimming up nicely. Anyway, I wanted to share that, especially because of that story. It's like, well, it's not too late for anyone. It's not too late for me.
No.
It's not too late for anybody else. Now, I saw this story on a Fresno news anchor, and I actually feel sorry for
anyone living in Fresno.
Well, yeah, it's
That's
bad
the
enough.
shithole of the world.
But not only does she live in a city that Adam Carolla famously says, Fresno, she was swindled out of more than $70,000 in a text message scam.
That's tough to do.
So what happened was apparently she got a text message from Robinhood, quote unquote, back in March, saying that her account had recorded some suspicious activity and asked her to call on a number to report the incident. That is known as smishing. You've heard of phishing.
Yeah.
Smishing is SMS. Text is SMS, so it's smishing.
Why did she do it though?
Well, a lot of people, they get scared. It's like, well, I'm sure she thought, oh, how did they know my phone number? Oh shit, they know my phone number. I better call in. And she got suckered. Again, it's more of a public service because a lot of people can get suckered by, what happens. And, to her credit, she's saying she feels dumb for it. So let me see what she says. If I can get volume, hold on.
I think you got to push the button there, that arrow.
So quick, and it was a pretty sophisticated scam, and so I just kind of want to let everyone know about it and get the word out there. I received a text, first of all, saying that there was suspicious activity on my Robinhood account to call.
What's Robinhood, Eric?
So I did.
Oh, Robinhood is a stock trading app that you can use on your phone.
Okay.
And it's for small trades, like really low numbers, like, I want $20 here and $20 there, etc.
Answered from Robinhood, okay, we need to transfer you to the fraud department. And I was talking to this person who told me that it looked like there was someone in Singapore with an Android phone that was trying to hack into my account, and that we quickly needed to move all the money to a different account. And he had me download the Robinhood Wallet app, transfer a lot of it there.
Crypto.
He said, while they conducted an investigation, because my account was very close to being hacked. So I panicked, and I guess it was dumb of me, but I went ahead and started doing these transactions and transferring the money over to this other account, which apparently was their account.
Anyway, you get the basic idea.
Yeah, I get the drift. These are wealthy white people problems.
You know what? A lot of people can get suckered by it, and
not if you don't have any money.
Well, that's true, but there's other things you could get nailed with, like if somebody is asking you to vote for them on Facebook or X, don't do it. Don't click the link to go vote, because what happens is you hit the site and it says, oh, you must log in to Facebook to make sure you vote, and then all of a sudden they've captured your login credentials. All of a sudden your Facebook account is taken, or X account or anything else. a lot of times your best approach with anything in email, any warning or anything else, is to just literally ignore it. If you're worried about it, like let's say you have a PayPal thing that says, hey, your PayPal's in trouble. Well, delete that email, go to paypal.com in your browser and log in normally, and then ask for support on your own and say, is there anything wrong with my account?
Right.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
never go off of a link in your email. You are apt to get into a lot of trouble. So just wanted to share that with you. We've got a follow-up story. Mark sent me this because he's wanting to say, I told you so.
Which one?
It is about the latest Supreme Court decision on the transgender athletes, the NCAA president.
Yeah. And also Newsom and all the other blue states, not even going to bother. It doesn't faze them whatsoever. Again, John Roberts doing absolutely nothing.
John Roberts, again, I think he's pretty tight with Norm Eisen.
Yeah. And then his wife apparently is tight with the Democratic machine as like sort of a legal headhunter of sorts, making millions of dollars, his wife. You got to go after the guy. I mean, the cowardice on the part of the administration is breathtaking.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, they do have quite a few targets.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I mean, it's like there's only so many hours in a day, and they never, ever quit.
Yeah, so the no men and women's sports is no men and women's sports in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Right. That's that. I mean, all the hoopla about this, I immediately, when I read the fine print, I said, this isn't going to do anything. Sadly.
I don't know. I have hopes that something will happen.
Well, it'll happen when they cross state lines, and they'll just say, we'll skip West Virginia, we'll skip whatever other states are on that list, and it'll be like a boycott.
Well, my theory is federally just say, okay, well, you get no college funding.
But they keep using the same club. You're absolutely correct, Eric.
But actually apply the club.
They never apply the club. They just keep, and when they go to apply the club, they got a federal judge who rules against them applying the club. You can't spend money, you can't cut off money, you can't do anything as president. You have no power. Have a nice day, Mr. President.
That's true. Well, you actually sent me a link. I think it might have been a DM. Can you address it? It's about the judge. You're trying to impeach a judge, finally.
Well, that just broke today. That's a new one. They Arizona congressman, I believe, brought articles of impeachment against this crazy judge from another country who has ruled against Trump. I was pointing out this judge in LA months before because of the crazy background and her crazy name. And now her crazy ruling. So they are going to bring impeachment proceedings against her. We'll see what this goes.
Is that Sparkle?
Yeah, like Sparkle. Yeah, but her whole name is just unpronounceable. I think she's from Barbados, but she rules over us because she is in charge of the culture.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that which figures one of those Biden appointees.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I saw this. This is actually in my neck of the woods, or Virginia Beach, over the 4th of July weekend. This guy here is a 4th degree black belt.
Whoa.
Apparently. And he's on the beach. You can see him in the striped pants. It's very small in the background. I'm just going to explain it. And there's a cop that's going to chase him. And this is how he reacts to a cop who's coming over to restrain him.
What the fuck? Did he miss the cop?
Yes, he tried to round kick over, and the cop is quick.
Why do these cops continue to fight physically with these people? I don't get it. They get into these, they have a gun that could be removed, and they get into these wrestling matches. I mean, the one in Newport the other night was just unbelievable. They took down this young blonde cop, and they were just beating the living shit out of her. And then the whole mob, the two cops arrested two kids. They got surrounded by the mob. They seem to have no awareness around them, these cops, of the danger that they have guns on them. When you're outnumbered, as the Newport police were, 500 to 1, is it smart to go in there and try to invoke law enforcement? I mean, it's just heroically stupid.
I totally agree. And is that one of the teen invasion things that's going on now? All of a sudden, everywhere.
It was a TikTok out-of-state thing that took over Newport July 4th and ransacked the entire town.
Okay,
There's 400 were arrested so far.
Right, but that's not the only place this is happening.
No, but that's just the one from July 4th. The big one was in Newport.
Right.
They brought mounted police onto the beach, stampeding them. I mean, it was just insane. I mean, this is the wealthiest Republican stronghold in the state.
Right. Well, what I'm wondering about is because they also had it in Raleigh, a mass thing, and it's called a teen takeover, I think it is.
Yeah.
And it might be draconian, but I kind of am going, what happened to fire hoses and what happened to baton? I mean, there's got to be a certain point when they're attacking cops, when they're doing everything else. I think you have justification to bring out the rubber bullets, to bring out the fire hoses, to bring out bean bags and blue dye in the water.
Well, the problem is by then it's too late because these are fast moving crowds that don't stand there and do battle with you. My solution is to create a teen social media team that works with local law enforcement to monitor social media, to pick off these events weeks and days in advance. That's the way to head it off. They usually assign a detective, some fat old guy, to go through social media like he's going to find out about some TikTok meetup from Tucson that's coming into Newport. I think that the local police should get volunteers who are teenagers to monitor social media for them and work with local police way before these events come to fruition. Because once they come to fruition, these are fast moving crowds, Eric, of 500 to 750 people, who move rather quickly, and they're being chased by law enforcement. So there's no battlefield, to bring out hoses and hose them. It's not a protest. They're moving quickly. It's a different animal.
Fair enough, but to be fair, if the social media companies weren't lazy or anything else, I mean, I would put some liability on them.
Oh, you could do that too. You could do that
because
too.
The algorithm, can sit there and detect if we say something bad about Biden, but yet can't say, hey, there's a potential thing going here. I mean,
technically you're right. Technically you're right, but I think you need monitors, which they do not have, of social media. Law enforcement does not monitor social media. They just don't have the manpower, Eric. And they don't have the skill to discern what's real for a 16-year-old and getting together for a meetup.
I'm going to push back a little because they do.
Go ahead.
They are able to monitor it to pick up people who like kids. Let's just say that.
You know how much work goes into that? They have
undercover people right now who know how to communicate with them.
That's a one at a time, really labor-intensive operation that's necessary. But they're using multiple police officers. They're using decoys. They're using women police officers online to get one fucking guy. This is tens of thousands of people operating across the country. You should see what they did to Pavilions, this giant supermarket in Newport Beach. They ransacked the entire supermarket, taking out all the food that was in there unmolested by law enforcement.
Right. And I don't dispute the damage. And that's where I'm saying that, it cracked down fast and hard. I mean, it's like,
okay, but nothing happened. I mean, what do? You see there's going to be a TikTok incident. What's an incident? It says meet up at Newport Beach, July 4th. Okay. They come from all over the country. They're having a meetup. They had police there in anticipation of whatever. and they knew something was coming the year before. They had more police the year before, but now it's 10,000 people doing it instead of 1,000 the year before.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, again,
it's a difficult problem. It's a difficult problem.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, anytime you outnumber, whatever it is, and that maybe you need National Guard, man.
Right. But again, this is in real time, on July 4th at night in a city that closed all the bars. The losses are in the millions, the damage in the millions. I mean, this is from just having a July 4th. The normal response is going to be no more July 4ths for you next year.
Well, I don't know if this is a good example. In the 70s or 80s in Virginia Beach, there was something similar to that effect. And they called in the National Guard. And they're literally machine gun, they were holding AR-15s or whatever, M16s because of the National Guard.
I know. Newport,
on the streets, locked down the entire area into a full-blown
There's
curfew.
two cities that Newsom hates the most. One is Huntington Beach and the other is Newport Beach. Those are he has sued them. He has tortured them. The idea that he would bring in the National Guard to protect them. Oh, by the way, he's giving away all this coastal land to the Indians on his final days in office. He gave some Indian tribe 136 beautiful acres of coastal beach land yesterday to award them for being Indians.
What a sport. What a generous soul. So perfect. All right. I saw this story, and this is kind of a blast from the past because you're like, oh, wait a minute. That guy? I forgot about him. A notorious Democrat arrested, mugshot revealed. I don't know if you remember this guy, Andrew Gillum.
I don't remember.
He was the one who lost to DeSantis in 2018.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. He in 2020 he was found by the paramedics inside a room in the Mondrian Hotel in South Beach, along with another man who appeared to be suffering from an overdose.
Didn't we know this about this guy when he was running? This came up that he had this past and had done this before.
Yeah. And he got within 30,000 votes of becoming
the actual governor.
Of the state.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, we have to vet these people before they run. This can't continue to go on. There has to be some process of vetting. Whether it's examination, background check, whatever the hell it is, it's got to be done for every single election in the country.
I totally agree. And completely bonkers. But what is not bonkers is fan support, which I deeply, deeply appreciate. We have William Ratcliffe, who's saying, I think Mitch was starting to blab China stuff like LBJ at his end, and she went to warn his handlers.
That's funny.
Maybe.
I think she was taking laptops and stuff to China. That was my guess. She didn't physically have to go unless she brought something with her.
I think her leash was pulled.
What does that mean?
She got to go report back. I mean, you've got to go.
Right, but I'm saying, I'm saying she could have done that through some other media, but I guess maybe, she needed to be called on the carpet.
Maybe because
maybe she has another assignment.
Well, there's a diplomatic immunity that she could be taking all this, BS with her.
Mm-hmm.
So anything's possible. And let's see, is she going to come home for the funeral whenever it is?
I don't know. Remember, Fang never came back.
Exactly. So that would be a big sign too, is if she never returns.
That's always a sign when you don't come back for a senator's funeral.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a hint. Diffuse Tractor Guy gifted 10 America's Untold Stories memberships. Thank you, Tractor Guy. Always super cool support. Gen X Craig gifted 10 America's Untold Stories memberships himself. And we do deeply appreciate that. Looking to see if there's any Rumble rants here. John McGill with I think that's €5. I don't think you guys have missed a podcast in all the years in all the past 4 years I've been watching. If Finland ever blocks your podcast, I'll let you guys know.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So that is a euro.
We need eyes and ears in Finland to let us know what's going on there.
Hell yeah. And it's awesome too. What? Oh, wait a minute. That was okay. That's the locals feed. I'm trying to find the Rumble feed. Everything's screwed up because of whatever went down with locals. There we go. King of Biltong said, turn up the flavor with Piri Piri Biltong, mild heat, big flavor, and over 50% protein to keep you going. Try the full Piri Piri range at biltongusa.com, code AUS for 10% off. And I'll be taking that with me tomorrow. My birthday is tomorrow, and I'm heading out of town with the wife, and I'll probably bring some biltong with me because I might not have time to eat breakfast, and it's the kind of a perfect thing to tide you over without getting 5 bazillion calories in there, because it's almost pure protein, and it's going to hold up almost no fat. It's protein, and it's very good. Dr. Evil 814 has been a member for 35 months. One month to go for 3 years. Great show tonight. Thanks. Well, thank you, Dr. Evil. Let's see. Pam Elam said, Eric and Mark, if you want plain spoken reports about the UK, I suggest Katie Hopkins.
Oh, she's good.
She's been at it long before many of the others. I
like her.
She's very funny. I highly recommend people check out Katie Hopkins on Roseanne Barr.
Ooh.
If only for like the first 10 minutes when they riff off each other as being two crazy ass women. That's the best way I can put it, but it is quite hilarious because they're almost one upping each other with the jokes and self-deprecation, and it's very, very coarse humor, but quite hilarious again. Let's see, Sec 808. They added like 16 floors on top and evidently didn't upgrade every piece of structure below it.
Oh, weird.
It's the 21st
That's what it is.
Where the failure is.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because the adding on is for luxury apartments that they got greedy and said, we could just build another 16 floors, Eric.
Right there.
Right. Yeah. I don't think it has anything to do with Pfizer because that building was there a long time. We're talking about shoring it up. I don't want to be that team.
I don't want to be on that team. Would you want to be in there shoring it up? I think we got it. Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah, good luck. Nick Giusti, please send me a list of these teachers and I will sacrifice my body to save these kids.
You're not going to get in there.
Yeah. Or many for the team.
You're not 15, Nick. I'm sorry. That's not what they want.
I blame Van Halen and Hot for Teacher. Let's see. William Atkinson. Counter Plattner's demands with a call from AG that they will not lock him up. Problem is he hasn't been convicted, and
what are the charges against Plattner? Of the rape charges?
Yeah, which we don't say on here, but yes. Anyway,
but what is there a thought that he's going to be charged for some old?
I don't think there is any charges. Right, yeah. And I think it might be statute of limitation problems. Yeah. I don't even know what else. But even if there are, again, he's not convicted. Mm-hmm. William Ratcliffe, Alaska, jungle primary, so Murkowski could beat Palin.
Yeah, I think that's where it started. I think he's right. That's the first I remember hearing about it.
All right, and then this is the John McGill from Finland that I was reading. I was like, wait, okay. Anyway, you don't think we missed a podcast in the last 4 years? We haven't. I think we've missed like one because you had no internet. It was like a complete blackout, and it was just there was no way to do a show. So other than that, we do make it a point. James Bundy gifted 5 America's Untold Stories memberships. We thank you very, very, very much. And K-Dog says, if you need a catio, I will build you one cheap.
A dog guy building a cat thing.
Yeah. All right. And he said, great show. Well, thank you very much. To go ahead and close things out because Locals is kind of screwed us over on doing the part that we do there. Normally on Locals, we do a segment that's called Torn from the Headlines. And I've been releasing it on YouTube a couple days later, the last couple. And if you are a member on Locals, you get a chance to see it, while it happens, in addition to, more chat, your own private chat, your ability to post if you're a paid supporter, watching the show without commercials. I'll have to upload this to Locals later. I'll try to remember and try to get there before I leave. But let's go through Torn from the Headlines here on YouTube. Give everybody a taste, and there's a couple of them in the feed. You could check it out, and you'll know, what you're getting. So, starting off with Reagan's.
Did you know about
biopics debank?
This Reagan biopic, which had Dennis Quaid in it, at the beginning of their pre-production, not surprisingly, on the day of the inauguration of Biden, were debanked by Bank of America, who has denied it despite the documentary evidence. They're still denying it. And this company said, look, we were making a picture about Reagan, and somebody, debanked us. We couldn't get our money in or out, and they had to eventually switch to Chase. But the fact that they're still denying that they did it is insane.
Because they get away with it. I don't know what to say about it or think about it, because that I feel like the administration can lock this shit down, and then Congress needs to pass a law.
I mean,
they need to also get it through Congress and have a law that you cannot be debanking people.
Well, this has happened in 2021 that they were debanked, but nevertheless, the fact that they won't admit it with the letters and emails and documents and the closing of the account, that's a tough road to hoe. I would expect an apology from Bank of America, saying we're under pressure from the Biden administration and we're sorry that we buckled.
Are they suing them?
No, not at all.
See, I would sue them. I mean, so at least they would have to settle, and then that would be your, apology or answer.
They were looking for an apology for doing this. The movie's being re-released is why this came up. It's being re-released as a film for July 4th. Okay. So this came up in the promotion of the film.
Well, I still say sue. Let's see. Here's the TikTok takeover, and of course, that's what we were just talking about.
Yeah, there's the pavilions on the left there. The parking lot, I think, is in the middle. The beach stampede of the horses was fascinating to watch. I didn't even know they had mounted police in Newport, but apparently quite a few just went through the crowd with horses and dispersed them. But then they went into the town, as I was saying. So,
well, good. I update you. And by the way, you do know that TikTok was bought out by Oracle now, right? They finally settled that. I would start pressuring, saying, okay, there's a reason we made China sell this. There's a reason that ByteDance had to sell it. Mm-hmm. This is unacceptable bullshit. Mm-hmm. And maybe they need to start pressuring TikTok on these.
Well, it's going to be interesting what they do with the 400 in this Republican stronghold of Newport Beach and Orange County. So it's interesting to see what happens to them criminally.
Well, there's something
they had giant buses taking them away. They had to bring in prison buses, Eric.
You know what? Maybe it'll be like the Antifa in Texas, who found out that, not everywhere is going to be indulgent of your bullshit.
I hope so.
I would love to see like people getting 20 years and,
I hope it happens. I hope it happens.
All right. Deadly Spectre in Tahoe.
This is I was going to save it for the other channel because this is about some massive amount of self-deletion in Lake Tahoe, California. So that's why I wanted to bring it up over there. But
well, that's a hint to everybody. We can't talk in depth on this. We normally would on Locals, but we can't do that here on YouTube because of their draconian silliness.
Nevertheless, it's for some reason they're trying to figure it out. They believe it's lack of mental health accessibility in rural areas is what they're coming up with but it's off the charts in terms of percentages.
It's not just a cluster. I mean, because they've done these clusters in different areas happen, like Belgium. I don't know why, of all places, but Belgium apparently had a really bad problem.
No,
I mean,
this is
at different
over.
places in history.
This is over years of self-deletions in the same place.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dude. Okay. Micronesia too was like a really big one. I don't know why.
Of self-deletion?
Yes.
Interesting. This is the Tribal Beach County, California land transfer I was talking to you about, that apparently he believes he can give away coastal land to Native Americans. I don't understand how this is even legal, but he signed the deed, gave it to the Indians, and now they've got their own Malibu. 136 coastal acres.
Now, is this all the burned down acres?
No. This is up north, nowhere near it. This is pristine, absolute California, gorgeous Golden Coast, 136 coastal acres worth possibly $1 trillion in terms of land and where it is and beachfront. There's nothing there. So it's just pristine coastal land that he felt the Indians deserve for reasons that nobody can figure.
Let's hope they don't put trailer parks in it. Anyway. Oh, yes. Paul Pelosi. What happened with this little...
Well, we don't know because they're covering it up. They're saying it's not DUI, it's hit and run. He smashed into parked cars and then fled the scene. So they're trying to get rid of the DUI part of it, which would reduce the charges coincidentally down to misdemeanor charges. Get it? So they're way ahead. They're right on top of this thing saying, no, of course, he went home, so we don't know what happened afterwards. So they're saying the next day, this was no DUI.
See, I don't know how they work the law there, but in my opinion, the run part brings it to felony.
Not here, not in this case.
It should be, in my opinion.
But these are parked cars, by the way.
Well, it doesn't matter. If you wreck in those cars and then you leave the scene, then that should be escalated to a felony, whereas just hitting the cars could be a misdemeanor. But the leaving of the scene,
then you should be the judge in California. Then.
I should be. And by the way, how much, in terms of the cars, you know how much it costs to repair a damn car?
Oh,
the repairs on that thing are probably $3,000.
Yeah, they'll believe me, they'll write a check and they want this thing to go away. But this is not the first time, as you're well aware. The Hammer guy got sentenced to like 80 years in prison. Yeah, his gay Hammer friend, and he's got various other drug and alcohol infractions. So,
what a winning pair. Let's see.
Oh, this is a follow-up. Yeah.
Oh, that's him. Okay.
Pelosi allegedly crashed his brown convertible into parked Tesla, California, for driving away husband, blah, blah, blah. But an apparent hit and run after DUI warrants a criminal investigation also suggests a contempt for the law. Yeah, they're saying that maybe it's time to take away his license.
Yeah. Again, as soon as the run part, I mean, it's kind of like when I was in California back in the 90s. It was sort of like the open container law. If you get caught with alcohol, even if you're not drinking, if there's open container, you can get nailed.
Oh,
even if your car is parked on the side, if you could, you could get nailed.
Dude, he flipped his own car and killed his brother and wasn't prosecuted. Forget about open containers. I mean, the crimes that Pelosi has done.
But going all the way. So it's like, how are they letting this? Anyway.
Because he's connected to Nancy Pelosi.
I know that, but
third base.
Isn't she irrelevant by now? Come on.
Not yet. He got it under the wire. He killed his own brother.
Good God.
Oh, this is the story out of Huntington Beach I was telling you about.
What is this?
They're implementing a jungle primary for elected officials, so minorities can win some of these seats that minorities don't even live there for. And the judge ruled that they were boxing out non-existent minorities in Huntington Beach.
that makes me think about, the whole minority thing. When the rezoning stuff got rescinded by the Supreme Court, that major ruling, that Debbie Wasserman
Schultz.
immediately went into a minority area and was like, oh, fuck that, I'm running.
Yeah.
So and she very famously conspired to get Bernie, knocked out in 2016.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They wanted to build low-income housing in both Newport and Huntington Beach, and they have fought this for 15 years in the courts, and that's why Newsom hates them.
Well, maybe he'll give that land away too, or try to.
Oh, he would if he could. That's for sure.
All right.
Yeah, this
a
is
ranked
it here.
choice for Huntington. Yeah, this is the same article. It appears.
Yeah. This is the major bulk of the article. And this is the heart of MAGA country, that, by me here in Huntington Beach. That is MAGA, not just Republican. I'm talking about this is a MAGA stronghold here. Newport Beach is mostly rhinos. But when you go down to Huntington Beach, Trump flags everywhere, Eric. This is the most hated city in California by political officials.
Wow. Okay. And let's see. Dems drop bid in heated Michigan Senate race.
This is the other one where the Muslim Brotherhood candidate is running against nobody.
Right.
Now, same situation. He will run against Mike Rogers in November, the Republican Mike Rogers.
Yep. That's
But
going to be interesting.
if he gets in, that's, you're talking about high-level classified documents that senators get to see, completely jeopardizing our national defense. This guy, I think, is Egyptian, by the way, Muslim Egyptian.
So the Muslim Brotherhood.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking of Muslim Brotherhood, because of his connection to Egypt. I mean,
Lovely.
you have to block this, not go after it and torture the guy afterwards with editorials. He couldn't give a shit about your editorials.
Well, speaking of Muslim Brotherhood, who else is tied to them is Huma Abedin.
Yeah.
Her mother.
Yeah, her mother ran their newspaper.
Yeah. So you can't you can't make this shit up. All right, and what else do we have to close things out? Perfect on this.
That's a good way to go.
Is a definite way to go, and he is on his way out too, we believe. Everybody
Well, when they're going to have a special election, right? Because we discussed last week that they can't have the Bashirs can't appoint a guy, that they have to have a special election pretty quick.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something.
Well, you'll be down a vote as a Republican. Yeah.
We are. But I think that there's a limit. Like, I think they have to have the special election by August something.
Yeah.
And if they don't, then it's just like a void.
Yeah.
I guess, where there's nothing, which
Yeah.
is kind of bonkers too. So I mean, I hope they sort this all out.
Go Kentucky.
Go Kentucky. Well, we will be back Friday. Normally we go over to locals. Obviously, that did not work out according to plan today. I'm headed out of town tomorrow for my birthday adventure. Mark, you have a show tomorrow. Jerry Lewis?
Jerome Levitz is his birth
forgive
name.
me.
Jerome Levitz. That's we're doing a deep dive on Jerry Lewis. Part 1. I think it's part 1.
You're not going to do like some of the people in the comments say, you do know that it's Jack Rubenstein. You know what that means?
Well, there's more to be revealed tomorrow in Jerry Lewis, part 1. These guys who live to be 94 is a pain in the ass, Eric, because they usually have multiple part shows because they live too long. But we're going to cover Jerry Lewis the way we do it, so it'll be fun.
All right. Well, everybody check that out tomorrow, and otherwise, we will see you on Friday.
Everybody say happy birthday to Hunley. We're not going to say happy birthday, Hunley.
Thank you.
you.